Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Raymond. Welcome back to my channel, Crypto Success Stories. Today, I'm going to talk to you about none other than the Drip Garden and specifically the Piggy Bank. Just starting off right here. I'm personally at 310 plants in the garden. Very excited about that. I started off very, very low with the minimum deposit. But over time, I kept compounding every day as frequently as possible, and I've added some money in off and on. But most of this 310 has just been generated from me compounding every day. So if you're thinking about getting into the drip garden and wanting to know if it actually works, it does. I'm actually able to come in every day and claim, anywhere from $30 to $40 per day as it stands right now. But I expect that to go up as I continue to compound. Piggy Bank. It's the first ever bank um, that is a non-inflationary bank that has variable time staking annuities. You can stake pigs to BUSD, LP tokens to earn up to 3% daily ROI. You can unlock your referral bonus, but you must have dogs staked in the single asset pool. And you can see that at the bottom of the page. One of the key factors to the piggy bank is that there is a time lock multiplier in here where you can harvest to earn massive bonus on yield. There's opportunities for airdrop stakes to friends and families using the gift stake function. But most importantly, you can take control of your financial future on the animal farm. And so I'm very excited about it. I plan on investing into the piggy bank personally. And as you can see here, the piggy bank is similar to the drip garden. It pays, you can stake the pigs and you'll get piglets and truffles. And those are part of your multiplier that you can compound to increase your multiplier base or your principal balance to get your ROI increase percentage every day or every time you compound. You can read all of this on the website, but I just kind of went over some of those high level details from 3% ROI. Your principals increase through the time locking multiplier. Some really cool things here about the time locking multiplier that it's not just given to you throughout the term of the time locking period. But according to the documentation here, it says 30% of the multiplier bonus is added to the principal during the first 75% of the staker's length. So depending on how long you actually stake, that 30% will be divided out over the first 75% of that time. And the rest of it is being exponentially added to the principal on the last 25% of the time lockup. And this right here is super key to growing your investment into the piggy bank. And actually, I'm going to show you a spreadsheet that I modified. I grabbed it from somewhere else, but I used that to kind of build my basis for it. But I want to show you how your money could or your investment could grow just by leaving it in there and locking it in for a period of time. And you can see the difference on using the piggy bank as the source for staking your money or not. And I made a comparison between the two. That one that kind of adds the multiplier in there, the time locking value multiplier, and one that does not. So just hold on a minute. I'll show you that as well. And here's another thing. If you're talking about referrals, many of you are going to be trying to get people to join your team like me. So in the description, there's going to be my not affiliate, sorry, wrong market, but my referral link that's going to be in there. And so if you're thinking about joining the garden and you haven't gotten started yet, just use my referral link down there. And I really appreciate it. But what this says right here is that referrals will be paid out in percentages based on the number of dogs that you have staked. So if you have 2 dogs staked in the single dog pool, you'll be able to receive 1% of the referral 1% deposit on your referrals, 1% bonus, I'm sorry, on your referrals. All the way up to 5% is what they have identified here. I'm not sure if it goes higher than 5, depending on how many dogs you stake. But as it shows right here in the documentation, 13 dogs will give you about 5% referral bonus for anybody that joins the garden through your referral. So some really good features here. There's the referral piece, there's the time multiplier piece, and then just the whole the whole piggy bank itself is a really good addition to the animal farm itself. Like I said, I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. I want to show you this spreadsheet here that kind of walks you through what to expect as in terms of watching your investment grow. I'll go over these things here. This is the time locking multiplier calculation. And you can see here, look at this right here. If you lock it by the weeks, so I put in here 52 weeks, and then I calculated that out to how many days that would be for the first 75% of that time locking period, which is 273 days roughly. And the last 25% of that time locking period is about 91 days. And that's important because of what he said, that 30% of it will be dispersed out over the first 75% of the days, and the other 70% will be dispersed out over the last 25% of the days. And so, for instance, in this example, you see I have a time locking multiplier bonus of 5%. Now, I'm not sure what that bonus percentage is. I haven't seen any documentation on it. Maybe I missed it or something in one of the AMAs or something like that. But I'm using 5% as an example. And I'll play around with the calculations also and reduce that number to show you just the big differences between the two. And then the standard daily ROI is 3%, as he mentioned in the documentation. So if you take 30% of that time locking multiplier of 5%, it's going to give you about 1.5%. And so that 1.5% will be tacked onto the 3% for the first 75% of time that you have allocated that you want to lock your investment. The other 70% of that 3%, or 3.5%, will be added to your principal on the last 25% of the time that you said you wanted to stake your investment. So this spreadsheet here, these calculations here represent what I have here. So you'll see here the days locked. It goes all the way down to 365. I'm only looking at a 1 year investment, but I know according to that scale, you can go as high as, what was that? You can go as high as 154 weeks, which is approximately 3 years, I believe. So in this example, I'm just going down to 365 days or just 1 year, right? So you can see how these numbers are huge as you go down the road. So let's say you only wanted to stake one pig. And right now, at the time of making this video, pig to BUSD liquidity token is about $346 or about 346 BUSD, depending on where you are in the world. And like I said, I put this at a 52-week locking period. So every day, the calculations are based on that initial investment. So initial investment was $346 at a 3% return. It's going to give you, at a 3% return plus the 75 percentile multiplier bonus will give you about $11.25 of return for that day. And so you would take your balance, your initial balance, plus what you earn, and that's going to give you your daily balance for the end of that day. That balance then gets moved over as a start of the next day's balance. And so then the same calculations take place and it goes all the way down. If you look here at the actual formula, I have a formula that's written here that says, if this the day number here is less than or equal to the first 75% of that time locking period, which is 52 weeks or 365 days, then give me or add to that the 30% bonus multiplier, 30% of that bonus multiplier every day until this number here becomes greater than this number, which is actually the last 25%. So that's how this column is calculated. So if you scroll all the way down to see how it is week after week after week, with just one pig invested, one $346 pig, that brings the end of the year total to over $40 million. That's amazing. $40 million for just a one-time investment of $346 that you have to actively be in the piggy bank to compound on a regular basis, actually to receive that type of return. Now, take a look at this column here, or these set of columns. This represents that same $346 investment, but without the time locking multiplier. So this is just a straight 3% per day calculation. If you were somewhere maybe in some other kind of investment opportunity where they were paying 3% without a time multiplier or time locking multiplier, you can see right from the jump that your daily return on day one is already a dollar or so difference between the two. And right here, if you stretch this out to 52 weeks, of course, it's $16 million, so it's still not bad, but it's not $40 million. And so it's roughly about a $24 million difference in this calculation under these variables that I presented here, that you could potentially either receive or miss out on, depending on your choice of investing in the piggy bank or not. And obviously, these numbers are relative to the time locking period. They're also relative to if I have this multiplier here correct or not. But let's say 5 is a little high, so I'm going to drop it down to 3%. Well, even if I drop it down to 3%, I'm still going to beat a standard 3% return on investment on a daily basis, even inside with the time locking multiplier, even if it's 3%. Hey, even if it's 1%, I'm still going to beat the odds of just investing my money into the piggy bank and just sitting there and doing what Forex and his team have laid out as to actually how to maximize your return on your money. So I think that's some very interesting numbers here. It's for me, it was the icing on the cake to help me make the decision on investing into the piggy bank. And these numbers they don't even include any referrals that you may get, bonuses like that. They don't even include if someone actually gifts you pigs or gifts you some type of investment that they lock for you, which is actually a feature in there as well. And this number is just strictly based on a one-time investment and a little bit of compounding that you have to do throughout that year. And in return, you can get as little as $20 million back on that number. Or if I was right in the beginning and it's a 5% multiplier, that's doubling it, almost $40 million that you can get back at the end of that, just 1 year of a one-time $346 investment. And so I thought that was really cool. And I just wanted to share that with you. There's one other piece that I want to talk to you about also. And it's up here. I read this article. This article is actually from Crypto Tech Jester. And it's entitled The Up-to-Date Piggy Bank, Forex's AMA from March 2nd, 2022. He gives some information, a little history about the piggy bank and so on and so forth. But there's one piece here that explains how the 3% ROI works. And after reading this, it just opened my eyes even more on how the piggy bank itself is designed to work. And it says here, when you enter the system, there are two assets that are internal and cannot be removed from the system. Those are the piglets and the truffles. The piglets represent your ability to earn ROI in the system. If your piglets are on par or greater than the average user in the system, if you are increasing your piglets holding at a rate at or greater than the average user in the system, you can maintain a 3% ROI. You cannot cash out piglets. This ROI is paid out in truffles. Truffles are the tradable asset, which gets their price based on the contract balance. Every day, piglets are created. If you compound the ROI you earn to buy additional piglets at a rate equal to or greater than the average user, you can earn 3% ROI. Now here's a note. If you stop compounding truffles, you will no longer be increasing piglets at a rate equal to or greater than the average user. Thus, your ROI will begin to diminish. This is why I said you have to actively be involved and in the piggy bank and following the rules that he laid out here so you can maximize your ROI. He says users who do not increase their piglets by compounding or buying new will see their ROI diminish over time. And it says, this is something neat here because I was actually thinking about this myself, but it says that some have focused on the plant price in the drip garden. And at the time of this video, the plant price has been going down a little bit every day. And I was wondering, is that the best investment to be in? But this kind of cleared it up for me. He said, because you're focusing on the plant price, you're making a mistake. He said, you will be misled. Plants are not tradable. They are a placeholder. They are constantly being created to ensure that those who compound are able to maintain their same high ROI. I don't know, I can't say that today. Maintain their same high ROI, where those who are not compounding are slowly decreasing their ROI. And I'm going to break right here because I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I see people who have, 30 or 40 plants waiting to be compounded in their garden. And I just don't understand why they're sitting on that many plants for that long. Maybe they're generating them that fast. I don't know. But it clearly says here, for those who are not compounding or compounding slowly, will see their ROI begin to diminish. But if you focus on the plant price, I'll pick it up again. If you focus on the plant price, you will think that plants are constantly losing value. That's what I thought. But they do not have a price. They represent your ability to earn ROI. So those who compound regularly are maintaining their ROI, and those who mostly or totally harvest lose their value and their ability to earn. So last couple of things here. It says the drip garden is hitting an all-time high every month. The ability to earn the drip from the garden is increasing every month. For those who are compounding at a rate that is average or above the average user. So people are seeing a decrease in profit are those who are leeching from the system. Piggy Bank gives an additional bonus for time locking. It's a protocol right now, the only protocol in the world that does that. And again, this is how he talks about you can get your referral bonus based on the amount of dogs that you have staked. This again right here is just a snapshot or a clip from the piggy bank itself that talks about the truffles and the piglets. And the last thing here, it goes into the terms of the bonus. Your reward is time lock when it gives you a huge benefit. More bonuses are rewarded closer to the end of the time lock. 30% of the multiplier is added in the first 75% of the stake. 70% of the multiplier is added to the principal at the last 25% of the stake. Ingenious. I really enjoy it. I love it. I love what he's doing for the garden. I love investing or being a part of this network. It's really awesome. If you're considering it, haven't done so, I think it's definitely, I'm excited about it. I'll say that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional in this space by any means. I'm just, like I say, I'm just a guy on the internet. Going out here trying to learn as much as I can about what I'm investing in and making informed, educated decisions in doing so. So I hope you found this video helpful. It was exciting to kind of read this information and put it together. I wanted to put it out one time right before we get to getting into the piggy bank to help clear up any questions that anybody may have. Please leave me a comment in the videos. Ask me a question. If I know it, I'll answer it. If I don't, I'll look it up and then answer it. But anyway, thanks for watching. You guys take it easy.